Yeah. So why? Why am I laughing, do you ask? Why are you cackling like the Joker watching Chris Rock? Honestly, I sound like walking Phoenix crossed with a cat. Well, I'll tell you why. This is the Prem catch-up, looking at all the Premier League results from the weekend. And, just wait. Just wait for the comments.
This is my revenge on all of you.
Oh, Christ, that sounded aggressive. Please subscribe. Right, let's go. Newcastle 6, Tottenham 1. Newcastle United are unbelievable. The team that Eddie Howe has built is absolutely insane, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna be that guy, okay? This is my Premier League predictions for both Newcastle and Tottenham last August. Play the clip!
7th Tottenham. Tottenham are going to implode. Remember this clip. Clip it up and retweet it to me, because I'm the only one who hasn't been brainwashed by the Tottenham hype. Am I the only one who thinks the majority of their summer shopping has just left me feeling cold inside? Conte will be quitting this club in mid-April, and he'll be ending the season with Mauricio Pochettino. Honestly, we are about to witness Tottenham burnout and a squad mutiny. And honestly, I'm gonna call it 7th. 6th, Newcastle. We are about to witness absolute Newcastle United brilliance this year. I'm gonna say it. Despite the Tottenham transfer hype, they're still gonna finish behind a team with Paul Dummett on the bench. Eddie Howe is gonna make some big transfers in January, and from then until May, this team is gonna be on a roll and bordering on being unstoppable. Honestly, this is the last ever season of no European football for Newcastle. Trust me, this season, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, all of that now sounds very, very sensible, but here was the response.
Spurs being 7th is an absolute disgrace. Tottenham 7th, have a word with yourselves. Lamau. 6th, Newcastle. Newcastle 6th. Tottenham will smash it this season, predicting 2nd. Newcastle 6th. Ha! Top half maybe, but not 6th. No way, top 6 for Newcastle.
Oh, this is delicious. Please let me drink all these comments with a spoon. You want some more? Oh, there's definitely some more.
Ha ha ha! Spurs 7th, disrespectful to Spurs and Conte. Newcastle for 6th, the delusion. But your love for Jose Mourinho leads you to predict Tottenham outside top 6. No way you're saying Newcastle and United will finish above Spurs. Spurs in 7th behind Newcastle, absolute insanity. Newcastle United have recruited better than Spurs. You definitely need help. Yearly reminder, you can have a massive football channel and not understand the sport. Well done, Irish guy. Newcastle finishing above Spurs. Ha ha!
Don't understand the sport, eh?
Irish guy Prop hates Spurs because he sacked Jose. Your hatred of Tottenham will be your downfall this year. I'm sorry, but there's no way on earth a team of Granit Xhaka and Rob Holding is finishing 3rd ahead of a Tottenham side with Kane and Son and Ballon d'Or form in 7th. Absolutely insane. Dude, leave Tottenham alone. It's been a good window. I know you love Mourinho, but chill. Spurs 7th? Spurs 7th? Delete your account, please. Spurs prediction is an absolute disgrace. How does this guy have the dignity to talk about football?
Well, look at that. Look at those comments. Feast on it. Drink it in like boiled milk. Straight from the udder of a constipated pig. I think I might stir it into my homemade piggy hot chocolate. I think I might print all of these comments off the internet, cook them into a pie, and eat a slice of that before bed. You all thought that I was borderline crazy to have Newcastle finishing as high as 6, but the truth is, I didn't go far enough. They are 3rd in the league. Lads, this team are mathematically still in the title race in the month of May. Just what? You all thought I was some sort of zombie dwarf for suggesting that Newcastle were better than Spurs. I'm sorry, but Newcastle 5, Tottenham 0 after 20 minutes of the match. I mean, over the course of this season, the aggregate score is Tottenham 2, Newcastle 8. I mean, lads, this was single-handedly the worst 20 minutes in the history of Tottenham Football Club. Their coach, Christian Stellini, I mean, for most of the match, bore the facial expression of someone who was told he wasn't allowed to come on Santa's sleigh. I mean, get it? Because he looks like an angry elf? He looks like an extra who should have played an orc in Lord of the Rings 20 years ago. But I mean, that's beside the point. The fact is that this Antonio Conte leftover is still coaching the Tottenham squad. Daniel Levy. This decision was about as clever as letting your blind grandma drive your kids to school. Yeah, I mean, as I'm picking chunks of their skull out of the nearest lamppost whilst wiping the blood of the lollipop lady off the bonnet of your car. Sorry, that was unnecessarily dark. But Levy, Brendan Rodgers is free and available. I mean, this man has finished inside the Premier League top 5 3 times in his life, but choosing to persist with the Italian Dobby the house elf and just no. Lads, what is it about St. James's Park where Tottenham players every few years melt like Easter eggs in the sun? I mean, they lost 7-1 here in 1996, they lost 6-1 in 1999, they lost 4-0 in 2003, lost 5-1 in 2016, and now 6-1 in 2023. Those poor old Tottenham fans sitting on a soggy megabus, making that 12-hour round trip to Newcastle. They probably feel like me when I pop on a Michael McIntyre DVD. I know that by the time I'm done, I'm going to feel like bludgeoning myself with a kettle. But here, this is simply beyond a joke. Jacob Murphy helped himself to 2 goals after 9 minutes. Joe Linton also got in on the action. Joe Willock was carving out De Bruyne-esque passes. Alexander Isak netted 2 goals. I mean, Willock could have added a 6th before half time. By the way, He needs to be in the England squad. Well, lads, what must the Tottenham dressing room be like at half-time? Stellini was probably just sitting in the corner saying sorry over and over again. I mean, I can only assume that a wet chicken of a coach like him probably has the spine of a daffodil. I mean, switching to a back four for the first time this season, experimenting in the biggest match of the year. I mean, it was a bit like an airline pilot deciding on the day of a flight to Peru to test out his new contact lenses that he bought off the internet. You know, the ones that'll make his eye itchier than a pig with eczema. I was literally the only person on planet Earth who thought Tottenham would finish 7th. The rest of you thought they'd be in with an outside title challenge. But lads, if Brighton win just 2 of the 3 games in hand, and if Liverpool win their 1 game in hand, then Tottenham will be, you guessed this, 7th, with 8th placed Aston Villa heavily breathing down their necks. You know, the team who are unbeaten in 9. Lads, I'm saying it now. Tottenham could finish 8th. They really could, because right now, Unai Emery's Villa team are a much better side. I mean, lads, Aston Villa have conceded 13 goals in 14 games. Tottenham have conceded 13 in 5 and 9 goals in 2. This Tottenham pancake of a team is an absolute mess. They're a joke. I said 7th and I was laughed out the door. I mean, by the way you all reacted, you'd swear I just told you all that I had aspirations of marrying the Queen, or that I was suddenly pregnant with twins, or that I've got a baby elephant in my bath. You all thought I was talking absolute lunacy. But Tottenham are even worse than I thought.
Oh, but Tottenham had a brilliant transfer window.
Did they? Who exactly did they buy? Because Jet Spence barely played and is currently rotting away in France. Yves Bissouma has been an injury-riddled, underwhelming lump. Richarlison is still stuck on 0 Premier League goals. Ivan Perisic is an over-the-hill cabbage who can no longer even run. Clement Longley is so fiercely average I might actually cry. While even the January ones, Pedro Porro can't defend. Arnaud Danjuma barely plays. Need I go on? But Newcastle, the team I said would finish 6th, and everyone responded to that as if I just admitted that I fancy Pikachu. Honestly, you were practically all setting up pitchforks on my lawn. Well, they're going to finish inside the top 4. We are going to see Dan Burn on the Champions League pitch. It's incredible. It's surreal. Anyhow, the man who began life struggling to stay afloat in League 2, the same division that Wrexham have just qualified for, he's actually going to lead his team out to a Champions League anthem. It's honestly just incredible. And forget about beating Spurs. I genuinely think that Newcastle under Eddie Howe are better than Manchester United. I mean, some teams win 6-1 at home to Spurs. Some teams lose 6-1 at home to Spurs. Oh, and by the way, okay, I know. Play the clip.
Bayern Munich will keep a clean sheet against Man City at home. I'm so utterly assured of that if City score a single goal in the second leg, then I will do an entire video dressed like Susan Boyle.
Yeah. Tune in for my next video. I'm gonna look like Susan Boyle. And yes, I know, I'm off to Manchester to hunt down Grealish. That will happen before the end of the season. Trust me. Leicester 2, Wolves 1. Well done, Dean Smith. Honestly, when Mateus Cunha stuck Wolves 1-0 up at Leicester City after 13 minutes, I genuinely thought that Leicester City might just be roasted pizza this weekend, as it's almost surreal to get my head around where Leicester are in the league. For a minute there on Friday night, Leicester were momentarily bottom of the division. It's almost as weird to look at as when they were top. Well, here, Smith started the game with 3 strikers on the pitch, and they actually looked semi-decent. Klee Iheanacho buries the penalty, although to be fair, the fact Jimmy Vardy is still stuck on just 1 Premier League goal all season, and he didn't offer to take it? Since when has Vardy become a wimp? What next? Is he almost too scared to ask his wife for a kiss? But listen, Timothy Castagna X-Men rolls in the winner at 75 minutes, and what a monster result! Leicester are outside the relegation zone, but it's on them now. I'm sorry, they have to kick on, because if this Leicester squad goes down, then it's absolute nonsense. Fulham 2, Leeds 1. Leeds United are going down. The Javi Garcia honeymoon period has well and truly worn off, and now I think we're all beginning to see just how he lost an FA Cup final by 6 goals to 0. Leeds are an absolute free fall. Ever since squeaking a win over Nottingham Forest, they have conceded 11 goals at home, and now can't even take a point off a Fulham team who are clearly on the beach. They are sliding back towards the bottom 3, and Garcia, he's not the man to help them. Sack him. I know it'll look insane, but sack him. Trust me. Get rid of Garcia now. This is Leeds United. They should be able to attract a quality emergency interim. If I'm the Leeds chairman, I'm ringing up Bruno Lage, Patrick Vieira, Ralph Hasenhüttl, Andre Villas-Boas, even Scott Parker would be a better fit for this squad. What about the ex-Rangers twins, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst or Steven Gerrard, or Sam Allardyce? I mean, Rafael Benitez would be an absolute dream, but Garcia, he looked about as motivational as a cement brick. The man is a journeyman who's so grateful to even be at the club. Climbs him up, his surname is literally Spanish for thanks. Get him out of the building now, or he'll forever be known as the guy who got Leeds relegated. Liverpool 3, Nottingham Forest 2. This is a weird match. 0-0 at half-time. 5 goals scored in the second half. I mean, Diogo Jota helped himself to 2. Nico Williams pops up to score his first ever Premier League goal. I mean, this is literally what he's been dreaming of his entire life. And yet, because he joined Liverpool in 2009 and stayed there for 13 years, he couldn't even celebrate. Poor old Nico probably hasn't felt such an adrenaline rush since he snuck into KSI's fight. Does that joke make me down with the kids? Anyway, Gibbs White levels the scores with a volley on 67 minutes, but 3 minutes later, Forest show absolute rotten levels of pig muck defending to let Mo Salah poke in the winning goal. Liverpool are going to catch Tottenham. I'm sorry, but they are. We've got Jurgen Klopp, a Champions League winning manager, trying to chase down someone who used to fetch Conte as sandwiches. There is no question here. Liverpool are absolutely finishing above Spurs. But lads, I want to applaud the Forest owner, Evangelos Marinakis. This man has gone through 20 Olympiacos managers since 2010. He sacked some pretty high profile names too. And all season long, everyone has been tipping Steve Cooper for the sack. No way was this fella some unfashionable lower league coach who's got a face like a squashed orange. No way was he going to survive. I mean, with Forest in the Premier League, the ruthless Marinakis was not going to be able to resist trying to upgrade for a fancier name, right? Like Benitez. I mean, to me, I just saw this owner as a ruthless businessman. Someone who's just the evil Hagrid. But no, I'm sorry. Forest went on a 9-game winless run at the start of the season. I mean, they lost to the 2 other newly promoted sides at home, both by scores of 3-2. They collapsed 6-0, 5-0 and 4-0, and yet Cooper kept his job. Similarly here, this was now the 11th Premier League match in a row where Forest have not won. They have picked up just 3 points from possible 33, and yet Cooper has kept his job. When all the media thought he'd be binned off for Patrick Vieira 2 weeks ago, I like Cooper. I really do. But even I'm sitting here thinking, really? I honestly wouldn't even be outraged if Marinakis got rid. I couldn't really object. I would get it. I've seen plenty of managers sacked for worse. Just look at Watford. So I'm going to applaud Marinakis. I think keeping Cooper is the right call because he is a good manager. So the fact you haven't sacked him when everyone has called you a ruthless tyrant who collects the skulls of coaches in his office drawer, fair play, you've backed him. And most other impatient owners would have sacked him in a flash. Fair play, that's actual loyalty. Crystal Palace 0, Everton 0. Everton are in trouble, they really are. Lads, we seem to think that Sean Dyche has been an Everton success so far. Why? Because he managed to beat Arsenal early doors. But that's now 5 games in a row where the Toffees have failed to win. But it gets worse. Everton have not taken the lead in a match since the 11th of March, where Dwight McNeil scored in the first minute against Brentford. Everton have only actually taken the lead in 4 games since Dyche took the job, and that was in January. And honestly, Everton are 18th in the league. Dyche has a massive battle on his hands. Bournemouth 0, West Ham 4. Oh, Bournemouth. I was the only one who tipped you to survive last summer. But let's be real, there's been so many games this season where they just look like a championship side and the worst team in the entire league. Quite how you've managed to scuffle 33 points by now, I don't really know. Because in games like this, Gary O'Neill doesn't look like he has a clue. They couldn't defend, were absolutely out of their depth. Goals from Mikel Antonio, Lucas Paqueta, Declan Rice, and a scorpion kick from Pablo Fornals put them to sleep. Although, I mean, I say scorpion kick. It was the most slow motion scorpion kick. This was like as if it just been attempted by your Grandma Sue. But yeah, West Ham are safe. Brentford 1, Aston Villa 1. I know Aston Villa squeaked a late draw here at Brentford, but even their fans must be a little disappointed. I mean, they had just won 5 games in a row. Listen, a draw at Brentford is a fine result, but this must have felt a bit deflating. And the fact that Ollie Watkins failed to score against his former club, yeah, this whole match probably just felt a bit anticlimactic, right? Anyway, that's the end of the video. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of the games this week? Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe as always. I'll talk to you in a while.